Hi, my name's Rebecca O'Rourke and I'm the Managing Director of the Global Leadership Practice. This year, in partnership with the Grub Institute in London, we're very excited to be presenting Passion, Purpose and Potency, releasing untapped resources in people and organisations. For the very first time, we're going to be offering this experience in Bangkok. This will provide the opportunity to bring together people from very different backgrounds, organisations and contexts to explore and grapple with our current global challenges. Often in our very fast-paced worlds, we don't take the time to come together and explore how we actually arrived at these places. This event in Bangkok will allow leaders the space and time to explore some of these global challenges and how we are contributing and co-creating these futures. Whilst that is going to be incredibly useful at a macro level, this event will also allow us as individuals to explore some of our current held assumptions, to actually understand resources that we have available that we may not have even examined thus far. And it's also an opportunity to ask different questions about how we can collectively co-create a different way of being in our leadership. During this event, we will all have the opportunity to examine as leaders our assumptions, both known and unknown, and how these assumptions actually impact how we take up our roles, how they potentially limit how we see them. From my own experience of participating in these leadership events, I know that you will emerge from this experience with some very pragmatic actions that you can take back to your organisation. The journey to get there, though, will explore some of your assumptions, both known and unknown, your dreams, insights, memories, intuitions, and thoughts about what could be different in the way the world is operating. So, whilst the outcomes will be strong and solid, the journey will be incredibly learningful to get there.
Hi, my name is Debs Harris, and last year I was able to attend an event called Passion, Purpose and Potency, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about my experience and some things that I learned while I was at this event. So the event was helping us to look at leadership and followership and the dynamics in between. It was challenging us to look for resources that maybe we haven't identified and tapped previously. It was not the kind of event where people were going to stand up and teach you, and I think we realised that very early on. The learning was all around our ability to observe and process that with our fellow participants around. I learned a new expression of reflection in action. We're not pausing and having reflection sessions. We need to be observant and intentional about how we learn as we move forward, and that's also something that's been very helpful and useful to learn in that environment to bring back into the real world, because I think we often get so caught up in things, and I speak for myself, so focused on the task that I don't often pause to reflect on the dynamics that are going on around me, the effectiveness of what myself and the wider team are doing, and reflect also back to the purpose of is what we're doing actually contributing to the purpose, or if we lost the plot somewhere. So the responsibility very much lay with us as participants to be able to reflect and process as we went along. It was not a taught course really, and it was an interesting 2 days at the beginning, because there was such freedom. And I discovered new things about myself, how I operate when there are it almost felt like there were no parameters. I mean, there were parameters. As I listened to some of the other participants talking, I realised I needed to gauge my sense of freedom and all the things I wanted to do and explore, given that freedom, against the parameter of am I contributing to the purpose of the event? Is what I'm putting my energy into and my contributions, which were mostly verbal at that time, are they helping us move towards creating this organisation and learning the things that we've all said that we want to learn together. And that was one of the nice things about the event, was it gave you that chance to explore different behaviours and ways of working. It's a safe environment because we're kind of isolated in this artificial kind of organisation we've created to try out different things. To say, well, if I behave in this way, will it make a difference, or I can try that. And so it gives us that opportunity not just to try it ourselves, but to see other people as well and how they're working. And of course, after 7 days, we all left and went in different directions, so it didn't really matter. And that's what kind of added that sense of safety to how we could work and operate there. I think the learning still goes on, and here we are 5 months down the road, and still things come up at work, and I think this looks very familiar. And I reflect back to some incident or situation that I was in during the Passion, Purpose and Potency event, and I think, yeah, what are the things that I learned there that apply here and now in this situation? So it's not that it ends after 7 days, but a lot of that lives with you and continues on as you get back into the real world and have new resources to tap.
Hello, my name is Bruce Irvine and I'm the Executive Director of the Grub Institute in London. We are delighted to be partnering with Global Leadership Practice in offering this unique event in Bangkok in September 2012. Our intention for offering this event is to provide an environment within which global leaders are able to address, explore and discover the resources that they have and the resources that they need to be in touch with in order to take up their effective roles in their organizations today. Leaders are facing enormous challenges. The changing global context is really challenging some of the basic assumptions that we've had about how human beings interact with each other. New knowledge from different bodies of science and social practice are showing us that actually humans behave in very different ways when faced with different challenges and contexts. As leaders of large organizations, our challenge is how to mobilize the people who work in those organizations with passion for the purpose of those organizations. Successful organizations seem to be those that are able to live their values in relation to the purpose of their organization in their particular context. Your capacity as a leader to be responsive and nimble to the changing environmental context is a key part of your capacity to bring with you your organization into this new and uncharted territory. This event is going to offer you the opportunity not only for deep personal reflection, but also for a deeper understanding of the processes that are involved in engaging purposefully with an organization. This is also an opportunity where within the event you will be able to, in real time, explore different ways of taking up your leadership. Following the conference, we have organized opportunities for reflection on that learning and application in your organization. I look forward to seeing you in Bangkok, and I hope that you, along with your colleagues, will give serious consideration to a groundbreaking opportunity to transform your leadership and release the untapped resources of your organization in the common good. Thank you.